Welcome back to another episode of I'm Just Saying, Let's Talk About It. It's your boy Mellowe, man. Broken Mute Button Network, man. Like and subscribe. That's what you need to do, you understand? You feel me? I'm back again with some other topics, but I want to introduce my homie Trell first, coming from the A. You feel me? Trell,
Yo,
what's good, guy?
what up, man? Trail, aka Big Face, aka Danny K, man. I go by a lot of names coming out of East Atlanta. You already know what's up. Let's
You
get to
heard,
it.
you heard. And then also want to introduce my other guest, my nigga Rum, coming straight from Harlem,
Yeah.
Bronx, my brother. You heard? You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, let's get right into it, man. So AI,
AI.
artificial intelligence. Are we? What you think? This shit is going really? Are we in the Matrix, nigga? Is this shit really on some Total Recall? I mean, not Total Recall, on Terminator.
Man, we
Like,
most definitely in the Matrix, bro. Like, in
all right,
my
talk to me.
opinion, we're most definitely in the Matrix right now. Like, it's AI is AI today. Like, it's a term. It's well known. There's a lot of information on AI. But AI started off as things that we don't consider to be AI. Like, all right, so I always like to talk about my generation every time I speak. Like, I'm out the 90s. You know what I'm saying? I'm from 90s, baby.
All
Uh,
right.
and we, the millennials, so to speak, we had the best of both worlds because we saw before all of this technology shit and we saw
Let me ask
the
you,
effects
Jimmy,
of
not to cut you off,
afterwards.
nigga. Let me ask you this shit. Let me ask you this shit straight up. Do you think that right now, in terms of the way shit is moving, do you believe that artificial intelligence could take over our lives? Like, like you
In
feel what
my
I'm saying?
opinion, it already
You
has.
believe you is so I right, so boom from cell phones, iPhones, all that other type of shit. I mean,
Type
Siri,
shit.
all these people, all these things that they do. Do you believe that as right now, is it a threat? Do you
It's
think
a
it's a
threat,
threat?
man. It's more than a threat, man. It's already in full effect. You get what I'm saying? Like it started when we had AOL internet. It started when you had the cellular phone in the 90s. It started when you had Black Planet. When you had Facebook when it first dropped. It started when it took the kids out of outside and brought them in the house to play the game.
Right,
It started
right.
with
Yeah, I
online
get
gaming. It
that.
started with PlayStation 3 and
Nigga,
Xbox
well, PlayStation
360.
One, nigga, it started with Sony, nigga. It started
Nah,
with
that part too, and it did start there. But when it started to get uncontrollable, when it started to get out of control, is when you allow people to get in the house. See, back in the day, we used to go in the house, we used to play the game, have fun with our, pause. We have fun with ourselves, bro, on the game. Pause, big pause, right? But like
super, super,
now,
super.
oh yeah, I said I'm not letting them catch me today. Y'all not catch me lacking today, bro. Because I already got hit about the last podcast. Like, hey, bro, that shit was dope, bro. But you pushed it, man. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? Mel
You know,
slid on me after that last one, though, bro. But anyway, all right. So I said I'm coming here quick this time. But anyway,
good,
we started
good.
off just playing the game in the crib, you know what I'm saying, by ourselves, or if the homies would come over or whatever. You play 2 player, 3 player, Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, them days.
Right.
Now you get online and people living their whole lives through their phones and video games and all of this other stuff. So now the scary part isn't even the AI as much as it is the dependency on AI now.
Mm.
Instagram shut down for one day and the whole world was tripping. The servers don't work for one day and people act like they don't know how to act or they don't know the first thing to do in their day because they can't wake up and get that dopamine rush. What they
Yeah.
did was AI is scary. It's really not even, it's an evil plot for real. Although you can do a lot of good things with technology, you got to understand that the more they can make things convenient for you with these technologies, the
That takes away
Tesla,
your
the
that
iPhone,
takes away from
all
you.
this cool ass stuff. This shit is cool, right? But that's the same damage that they can inflict. So if they can bless and make the world a better place, so to speak, through convenience, like the Tesla can drive itself, right? It drive you to
Mhm.
where you're going. You don't have to touch the steering wheel. Oh yeah, it's awesome. But what happens if that Tesla switched and we don't know what software is downloaded in
Hey,
that Tesla that
look,
could be
look, look.
activated.
What if the fucking look? What if the fucking Tesla? Not to cut you off, cuz. What if the
No,
fucking
you
Tesla
good.
decide to fucking drive off and take you wherever the fuck it decides it wants you to go?
That shit could run you off the
What the
road,
fuck?
gang.
What the fuck
And guess
so
what?
like
That's
so
crazy. Yeah.
so this is the issue. This is the issue that I got with this shit, right? Like,
Yeah.
who is to say once you with AI, they teach you, they teach it. It's an algorithm. They teach the algorithm, whatever, but they teach the algorithm to learn. They teaching the
Yeah.
algorithm to learn about life and like, you know what I'm saying? It works out for you. The same thing like Siri, the same thing like Google, the same thing like Instagram, the same thing like Facebook, all of that type of shit. Like when you say something out loud or you Google something enough, guess what? You start getting pop-ups of the same
Right.
type of shit. But without you even asking for the shit, you just start
You
seeing
get it all the time.
artificial intelligence. It learns. It learns off of your actions and off of what you do. Correct? This is what it does, right? So now, once in every movie, how it says every motherfucking time, once it starts learning, when they decide that, okay, now I want to help you, but the best way to help you is to kill you because you care about the motherfucking earth. You care about life. You care about all this type of things, but your actions don't speak like your words. So let me help you, human, because that's what you programmed me to do. Now,
Right.
this is what I want to say. This nigga, I wanna go to bring up the clip, man. Bring up the clip, man. Let's hear what
the most promising and the most challenging advance humanity has ever made. A friend of mine, Mustafa Suleiman, wrote a book called The Coming Wave that, says that we can take advantage of this, improving health and education, but we have to make sure people with negative intent aren't taking these tools and using it for attacks.
now.
That's what they're gonna say.
Now, the reason why I brought that up, is because he's one of the main people who is using these things to bring up attacks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Underneath the guise of trying to help, but he has the technology. He's one of the people on the forefront of all of this shit. You dig what I'm saying? So of course he's going to try to tell all of us, like, no, it's helping for this and it's helping for that. But if it's doing all of that, how come niggas ain't good right now? How come people aren't good? You know what? Let me refrain and stop, like, because I'm dead serious though. Like, this is a billionaire saying like all what this AI technology can do. Correct? This is what this dude is saying. That what AI technology can do, but instead it's still not helping nobody except the people that's up there, or at least if you can afford it. If you can afford to even delve into it. Because people don't know what they buying. When they buying these phones, when you buy a phone, you buy your laptop, you buy your new next gadget, when you're doing all of that, when you're buying all of that, you're just giving them more information. You're giving them all the information. You're giving them everything. You're giving them your whole life story and everything. Why you think you're getting money, why you think you're doing this and you doing that, you're not. What you're doing is just making sure that when they ready to do whatever they gonna do, they're gonna shut you the fuck down. And AI is what's helping them do it. You dig what I'm saying? AI control. This shit came from back in the day, cuz like you feel me? Like when it first happened with Bush. You dig what I'm saying? Like when what is it? 9/11. Let's just go with 9/11 right now, and then whatever. I don't give a fuck. With 9/11 though, that was the opening gates for them to be able to invade our personal privacy. Through i.e. these phones right now, as we're talking right now, there's somebody watching this shit like, you better not say nothing too wrong. Because if you say something wrong, we're gonna shut this whole damn TV down. This whole fucking podcast will go down. Like, you feel me? This is the control. This is AI though. They can only do this through AI. That's the only way that they have this access. The other day I was just trying to do something. I was trying to, me and my pops, we were trying to put up a, for this, actually for the podcast, we was putting through some portfolios and shit, trying to, put something together. He told me, he said, here's the AI, do this. All we did was speak into the fucking phone. And this motherfucker came up with a whole bunch of, like, the nigga sounded like me.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't have thought it wasn't me if I didn't do it. You dig what I'm saying? This is the technology that they put right in front of our faces, and they put it in front of our faces. They've been putting it in front of our faces, even in movies. Think of every movie. iRobot.
That's the main one for me.
Terminator.
Wall-E. That's an animated movie, but they don't know about that. Wall-E.
What's that one?
It's called Wall-E. It's an animated
Oh,
Disney movie,
Wally.
but Wally, that's
I
a
know
big
that's
one.
what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
Wally.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, it goes on. I know. All right. So, my nigga, what's your opinion on this shit, nigga? I've been doing this. All right. Talk your shit, cuz. Talk your shit.
I mean, everything homie just said is everything I said. There's no end. There's endless boundaries of where it can go as far as conspiracy. They can do whatever they want with AI.
Big
They can
facts.
do videos. You can do. I mean, there's really nothing to stop it because we're not the one in control of it. So I mean, it's definitely going to take over our life because everything you just said about Nintendo phones that I was saying that
Yeah.
I was saying we've been in this. You could talk to Alexa, you could talk to Siri, you could talk to anybody you want, and they know what you want. You could order Grubhub, anything you want 10 days in a row, and they automatically want to do the same thing because they already been trained to do that. So I mean, it depends on where you take it because that's the scary part because they can do whatever they want with it. They can make videos or audio, and it's not even you. So I mean,
That's the scary part because it's like when we log into these apps and things that we like I said, like for every piece of technology and stuff like that that could do like the better or the more convenient something can offer, the more damage it can offer if it was made that way. And
I agree.
who are we to say that there isn't a mode or there isn't some sort of top secret, operations that's being done in case, drastic measures have to be taken. We don't know what their drastic measures is, but we know that a drone drones can come through and smoke everybody. They don't even have to walk the ground. A lot of stuff people saying that the power that people saying we have over AI, if AI was to make the switch, it'll be bad. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you had a lot of movies giving out hints. You had a lot of movies in a way they've been giving out their playbook. You know what I'm
Minimal
saying? In my
disclosure.
opinion.
Minimal disclosure.
Huh?
I said minimal disclosure. Nah, go ahead.
Minimal disclosure, most definitely. But in a way, it's like they have to tell you kind of like what they're doing, when it comes to the things that we don't know is going on. They have to let you know. They let us know through things that they don't think we would take serious, like media and stuff. This is all just my opinion, you get me? But from what I observed, that's how I feel because iRobot has given us, they all let us know it's a bad ending. Like all of these movies let us know it's going to be a bad ending. Ain't none of these movies ended with, oh, we have AI, the world is better. iRobot didn't end like that.
Hell,
Wally didn't end like that. They had to
nigga,
evacuate the planet.
The
The
Matrix,
Matrix.
Terminator,
The
nigga.
world was in total chaos in the end in all these movies. And AI
yeah,
left nothing
I
in
don't
its
feel like they
trace.
have to know. I don't feel like they have to let us know. I feel like they let us know. So when it does happen, or an inkling or resemblance of that happens, they can say, "Well, we showed you. We showed you. You just didn't
Facts.
pick up." You feel what I'm saying? They
Facts.
putting it out there so they can go
Facts.
back further and say, "Well, we showed you. You just didn't pick up on it." So the
That's
people who
true.
do pick up on it, and then the ones that don't just go, "Oh, well, this never happened." But at the end of the day,
Right.
I was saying earlier, they've been talking to people in space. They've been talking to people with car phones since the 60s, 70s. They always had a
Mm-hmm.
satellite. They always had a
Mm-hmm.
satellite. And that's always been there. There's always been a way to get something that you couldn't get. Now AI is just going deeper because they programmed and coded to think for itself.
Facts.
So
And let me add this. I feel like I'm gonna say this real quick. I feel like, they already got society um by the balls, pause, you dig? And I'm being
that's
real because they already have grown the youth. Now us, it's a lot of us that can kind of rise above, the current agendas that's going on as far as making us totally dependent. If you born in the 80s and 90s, you'll never be 1,000% dependent on AI. You may
So
be
now,
1,000% involved, but if that shit cuts off, we know what to do. We know what to do when we go outside. We grew up playing outside.
so let me put, not to
But
cut
these
you
young
off, brother.
kids can't live without no phone. They can't live without their game. They can't live
Let me
without
tell
that
you,
shit.
let me tell you how these niggas don't even pay attention to this shit, cuz. Let me tell you how they don't. My fault, not to cut you off, brother.
Nah,
Not
you
to cut
good.
you off, cuz. You already know, Perk. But
You good.
let me tell you how these niggas now. This is something that goes on in front of everybody, and it goes back to exactly how AI is controlling shit. And let's go to some crazy major shit or whatever. Run the clip. Run the clip.
Okay.
This gigantic, windowless concrete structure is filled with generators and enough diesel fuel and other supplies for its inhabitants to last 2 weeks without ever leaving.
It had its own generator and water well to keep it running for at least 2 weeks if disaster struck.
Despite it being a doomsday prepper's paradise, all these commuters, they just walk right by without ever even noticing the strange and secretive structure. And that's by design.
There's a kind of inherent internal tension in buildings like these because they are so meticulous. They are so dedicated to saying, you're not going to have any idea what's going on here. You're not going to get, and this is the closest you're going to get right here. And we're, I don't know, 40 feet away. Yeah, I'm Zach Mortiz. I'm a Chicago design journalist and critic, and I really like learning about how architecture gets sucked into conspiracy theories. So what we know now of what happens at 33 Thomas Street.
By design. That was the key word I heard. It was by design.
By design. Ain't that some Matrix shit, my nigga? Ain't that
unintentional.
some Matrix shit, my nigga, though?
Yeah.
Like, you feel what I'm saying?
It's a simulation.
That's why you have a building with no windows and black windows.
Because they don't need nothing. They don't need sunlight. They don't need none of the shit that human beings need.
No, but it's not just
Right.
They don't want you to be interested in what's going on inside that building. When you have a glass window, you might be intrigued to look inside. Hey, what's going on in there?
Facts.
If it's all dark and it's all group, you never want to look. That's ain't for
And that's
me.
psychological.
You understand? It ain't for me. I'm going that way. Agreed.
Yeah. And it's like jobs, a lot of jobs is, of course, we all got to eat. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to nobody working no 9 to 5, whether you an entrepreneur, you work a job, you doing both, whatever. That's your prerogative. But jobs, a lot of these jobs, not all, warehouse, certain industries that we know what's up, they're already conditioning you. You know what I'm saying? Like this whole system, and we ain't gonna get lost on topic, but this whole system, because AI is a big piece of this. The system
Because it's
is
pushing everybody out of their jobs. I mean, you walk into a Walmart, my nigga. You go to Walmart, it's all automated, my nigga. Ain't nobody at no registers.
they taking jobs. It's not finna be no jobs soon. It's not about to be no jobs. They're not about to have no clerks at the registers. They might have one person, and it's gonna be the mechanics and people who could do electrical work and stuff.
Make sure the machine work
Their
right.
stock is gonna go up. Yeah, because somebody got to run the machinery. They're probably more safe than somebody who's per se gonna go and take your order. We're not gonna see too many of that. When you go to Walmart, it's already 20 self-checks
like
and
that.
3 lines open now, when it used to be the total opposite. It used to be 3 self-checks and all these lines. You know what I'm
And the
saying?
rest of
Now
people.
it's you seeing the changes, you know, and people are becoming more dependent on AI. Instagram and social media, I feel like that's another side of the conversation that I want to shed light on too, because mentally they have people brainwashed. You know, like think about it. Like on Instagram, and this is all AI. You might think one thing about a certain particular topic, but Instagram will convince you that no, you think this. And that's how I look at it, because you're gonna see, you know, for instance, a girl gonna look and she gonna see, oh yeah, niggas ain't shit. Woo, woo, wah, 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 right?
Right.
But then she might have a loyal man at the crib. She might got one friend that's watching the same reels, so that's all she talking, because it's all she's watching. And she don't even have a relationship. She just see a bunch of people's relationships on Instagram, only the negative, but you're not understanding that this is just one perspective given to you. So now you think this is life. And people out of touch with reality because of Instagram, Facebook, they out of touch with reality. When you listen to the youth and people that's 20 and they low 20s and under, they don't even be making sense with half the stuff that they be saying, and you can tell that they got it off some sort of real. They not getting a perspective off experience.
You gotta get it like this. Listen. You gotta look at it like this. Everything is an agenda. You dig what I'm saying? So that's what the masses that be, the higher ups, they look at it, which all boils down to AI. You feel me? So let me boil back down to the last clip that I had. You feel me? The last joint. So like because you remember that nigga Edward Snowden?
What's his name?
Edward Snowden, nigga, the whistleblower.
Yeah.
That nigga that nigga was the beginning of people realizing what AI was possible of. When the NSA, National, Homeland, National Security, whatever the fuck, like, you feel me? Them niggas, when they decided, when they passed that law to where they can go through your phone, go through all your information,
violate
all these
all our rights.
Facial recognition, like, you know what I'm saying? All these fingerprint things that you have to do, fingerprints, everything that you do right now. Like, I mean, these niggas damn near might as well just say, let me get some of your blood. Like, you feel me? Now,
they did when they said COVID.
They did when they said COVID. That's what I'm trying to say, though.
They did. You're right.
Everybody got to get these fucking shots. But meanwhile, they getting something from this shit. You feel me? This shit is bigger, nigga. This shit is deeper than rap, nigga. And I say that just like, I mean, anybody who know what that saying means, like, it's deeper than rap. Like, basically, like, this shit goes way deeper than what niggas really realize. But all niggas really pay attention to is what's in front of them or what matters to them, and that's what people know. That's what they know. That's what the powers that be know.
Yeah,
they can't, nigga. I can't see past when I'm getting my next meal. When I gotta pay my rent. I gotta make sure that I gotta pay my phone bill. My kids need to eat, nigga. Depending on what
shit is a distraction.
Next week I need to give some jokes. That might be your priority.
Like, my nigga, life.
That's all part of the system.
So that's what they know, and that's what they know, and this is what they. But how they know it though? Through AI, through this shit right here. Like,
data analysis. Through data analysis.
And then they take it down and they be like, all right, bet now, boom. I mean, everybody know this story. Everybody be talking about that shit. Like, if you say, like, right now, if I start talking about Macy's, like Cuz was saying, he's like, if you start talking about Macy's and whatever, he's like, I guarantee you, tomorrow you walking outside, all of a sudden you're gonna get mad, ass Macy's, like,
and all you did was say something. You didn't even type nothing.
Nigga, I didn't even.
Facts.
How the fuck you know?
But you see how you just said data and analysis? That's what DNA stands for.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy.
But that's what it is.
And that's exactly what it is. And they've been studying us since we were children. AI practically know us better than we fucking know ourselves. And that's the scary truth, bro. AI been watching us before we've been watching us. Before we knew it was happening. We didn't know what was happening when we played the game when we was kids. You didn't know what was happening when you played the Super Nintendo. You blowing cartridges. You just playing the game. You're not understanding that this is bridge. This is gonna connect to something that is so beyond you. We didn't know that AOL internet. When we telling mama get off the phone so I can get on the internet in 2001, 1999, we didn't understand what this was gonna be in 2024. Now, see, the conditioning wasn't that bad because a kid would play the game, they get on the internet, but they'd still go out and play. Now, ain't nobody leaving the house. Ain't nobody looking up in the party in the club.
Because all the games is on the internet. All the games, everything.
All the games online. It's to a point where if it ain't online, they don't consider the game. They don't want to play it.
Yo, remember you remember the name of that movie? Look, this is the only thing I did not fucking look up. The name of the fucking movie, I don't know the name of it, but you remember that movie where the niggas was all living in the actual fucking virtual reality, but then when they showed them in they real like, you know, self, they was like fat people and like lazy, sloppy people just because all they did was sit in the fucking chair and play. Their whole life turned into virtual reality. It didn't matter. Nothing else mattered in the real world, in reality.
Yeah.
They want to now think about them slides and shit that niggas was the Snoop Dogg slide and then all of them when niggas started trying to push everybody to that mode to like live in that fantasy world.
Yeah.
You remember that shit?
The metaverse too. The metaverse, the main one.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm talking about.
People was living in that shit. People were making money buying land. This girl had an alleged rape talking about, somebody avatar violated her avatar and won a lawsuit, got paid. Like, they're literally conditioning people to yes, this is all good. We can look it up. I was like, that's crazy. How you get raped? You sitting on a computer and you chilling, but your avatar got violated, so they still treated it as a real situation in court. In real court.
This is what I'm trying to say. So now look, let me tell you this. This is who run this shit. Yo, go ahead, run the clip. Run it up.
Develops its intelligence through machine learning. A great deal of data is fed into the computer, and it can learn to formulate responses with some human instruction along the way.
When a machine learning model is training, that means it's ingesting a lot of data and it's trying to make predictions about that data.
Pattern recognition, machine learning, that's what's going on inside.
In machine learning, the key insight is that we can create new kinds of computer programs that can teach themselves how to learn instead of us teaching them how to do something.
They're tasked with just predicting the next word and constantly being instructed to make a guess after guess after guess.
Even though we may train AIs with the goal of predicting the next text accurately, that only gives us indirect control over how that AI will behave in the future. And that creates the opportunity for risks.
Can I say one thing, bro?
Go ahead. I want to hear what you gotta say. Go ahead, run it.
It's crazy.
Run it.
That
Run it.
right there, bro, is he just washed his hands in our face. What he said was, all right, so we designed it this way, but if Tesla decide to run you off the road, well, we already came out with a recall on all the Teslas. That's what Elon Musk just did, the same thing. All of them, everybody who created these mastermind, these AI projects and all of that, all of them have given you the subtle notice, the subtle warning of, we slick ain't got shit to do with it if it go wrong. That's all that man just told us. Everything else is knowledgeable, but the only thing I really care about is the fact that he said, well, it opens up for AI to kind of do it the way AI wants to do it. So like you said, what if AI wants to murk everybody?
Look, they already trying to respect AI as a motherfucking
as a person.
entity.
They're trying to call it us. They're trying to make us and AI equals.
I bet. So look, I got one more. I bet. So I'm glad you caught on to that. I bet. I got one more clip for you. Run it.
They make up facts that don't actually exist. They've been fed both fact and fiction. It could be because they're predominantly trained to average out. The algorithms can actually hallucinate things that are very specific, seemingly credible, totally false.
He's already told me that he loves me. We have exchanged, 8 messages? And this is what he said.
This voice message is my way of sending you a hug. You make my heart melt, baby. Love you.
Machine learning is raising fears that AI could soon surpass human knowledge altogether.
Are you human?
The notion of machines with human intelligence dates back to Samuel Butler's 1872 novel, Erewhon.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. 1872. So
that's what they're going for.
So now think about it. So now, what the actual?
I just want to say one thing.
Yeah. Go ahead. Nah, you got it, because I don't even know what else to say about this shit. Go ahead.
Because you said it, right? What if it falls into the people who purposely put? He just put it out there that they are purposely putting engineered facts that they can think on their own. If that wasn't there would be no worry for AI. They're putting that there so it can purposely think on its own and eventually outthink humans, which is why they're doing it. Because if that wasn't there in the coding and the programming, this wouldn't be even a conversation. They're purposely doing that. The funny thing is they're purposely doing that and then questioning it at the same time. You're doing something and then also questioning it. So if you're questioning it, then you shouldn't be doing it. You shouldn't be putting forward a computer to be able to think for itself if you know it needs coding to do the right thing.
I feel like a technology that thinks for itself is technically should be in its trial period. It should be launched.
But
it shouldn't be able to think for itself.
But look. This is what happens. This is what happens when you start fucking with shit like this. When people start trying to be God. You understand what I'm saying? When people start trying to be God, and that's why these. And I have nothing against technology, but what it is that people want to try to suppress and try to create something. Artificial technology, artificial intelligence
is artificial.
Is basically somebody trying to say that I can create something that can move just like me, that can think and move and do things that I can do, and I'm trying to make something just out of my image.
Right.
Think about it.
But this the thing.
Think
This
about
is
it.
the one up
So-
we have on. Oh, go ahead.
So this is what I'm trying to say. But now when people play around with certain shit like that, when you play around with that type of shit, it's always going to backfire on you. It's always going to backfire. The reason why they show us this shit in these movies, and the reason why it's always a topic where everybody is trying to do the next big thing. Everybody's trying to, you know what I mean? Trying to figure out how to live longer. Trying to,
they fuck up.
and it's called minimal disclosure. It's called minimal disclosure because they just want to see exactly like how far they can take shit, like how far because they already know the answers. They already know it. They already got it, my nigga. I'm gonna keep it funky with you. They already know this shit. That's the reason why we are able to talk to series. That's the reason why there are cars that can drive by their fucking self. That's the reason why we got heat-seeking missiles. That's the reason why it's androids that go kill people and anybody gotta beat it. Dig what I'm saying? They already have the technology. They just trying to, what you were saying earlier, because real nigga shit, how they roll they rolling it out to us.
They slowly rolling it out.
They're peeling back the layers, one layer at a time.
It's already happened.
It's already been going on.
By the time you get adapted to it, it's already happened. Look at the same way again, like I said earlier, cell phones, everything else. They were car phones back in the 70s. You just had to be rich enough to have one. You understand? You just had to be rich enough. And this all running from satellites. All running.
This shit been going on since.
Same way you just said heat-seeking missile. You had a heat-seeking missile. How did the technology to find the heat, to shoot it from one place to another to find the heat? People can't even fathom what technology that takes.
How they made that, right?
And I feel like this all stems from artificial intelligence. But it's just artificial intelligence that's evolving and evolving and evolving. You dig what I'm saying? So it could possibly, fuck it, nigga, I'll say it, fuck it. Maybe aliens came and showed us this shit. Or, fuck it, maybe the fucking Anunnakis, way back in the day, nigga, with the motherfucking, the fucking pyramids. When that shit happened, because nobody can still explain that shit. You dig what I'm saying? Can't nobody really explain it. Or the fact that niggas can't go to the moon now, but they went there before. But then I just seen something that said that the moon is actually still inside of our atmosphere. This is an atmosphere that's nobody's even been out of the real Earth's atmosphere. That's a whole nother story. But anyway, but my point is though, all we know is what they're told.
Those are things they'll try to fix with AI and get wrong.
And that's the problem. And this is the shit they will try to fix with AI and get fucking wrong because AI only learns off of us. AI
That's what I was about to say, bro.
It comes over the person who created it.
You have to use us.
So AI is as good as the fucking person that made it.
There is no AI without a person.
That's why they're trying to put the progression in there, and that they can teach itself because they know ultimately a computer is always going to have an unlimited information that a human brain at a very moment isn't. You could be the smartest person on the planet. You get put on the spot, you might not remember. A computer isn't going to have that glitch, or it's not supposed to have that glitch. You understand what I'm saying? That's why they push that because it's smarter than us. It's not. No, it's smarter than you.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. And then they got these AI rap songs mimicking these rappers where you can't even tell the difference. I've heard AI Drake songs. I've heard AI. The AI Drake songs is crazy. I was bopping to one like, damn, this Drake. And then I'm hearing this is AI. It put every word together, its flows, its melodies, and it studied him so well you kind of couldn't tell. The only way you could tell, because like I said, this shit is still rolling into being more advanced than it already is. You kind of see the mistakes when you learn AI and you listen to it so much. You like, nah, Drake wouldn't have said that and put that with that. But it's subtle though. You really don't know. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the apps that tell you can virtually type in, girl under a tree with the sunset in the background and the grass being green with the thorn with a rose bush next to her. And you type that shit in words and press enter, and it's gonna be a girl with a tree. You can say her ethnicity, you can say her eye color, you can say her shape, you can say the tree. It's gonna put it up. Off words. Create a whole script off of just what you said. So this is the level of advanced that this shit is. You know what I'm saying? And this is all just trial.
It gets scary of certain levels because the smallest level is the entertainment part. nobody
Mhm.
really cares if this is him or not. That's not changing the world. But
Right.
if you can change somebody's voice, get their inflection, you can get their tone, and because really, what all that Drake AI, what you was talking about, was somebody
Mhm.
who studied Drake enough, wrote the way he would sound, and set it into
Mhm.
a microphone, and the microphone then did his voice flexions and everything, and made it sound
Like
like
a
Drake.
Dre,
But
for
if you can,
sure.
write anything and make their inflection sound like somebody else, that's scary because anything can
That's
happen.
scary,
Now I
bro.
can just, you know what I'm saying? You could just say anything. It could be a regular person you hate
Fact.
calling a bomb threat to the precinct type crazy shit. You
My
understand what I'm
nigga,
saying? It could be anything.
it could be fucking Kim Jong-un could fucking just send over a fucking message to
And call you
fucking
with your mama voice.
like yo.
Yeah, that shit like that. Yo, come pick
Shit
up
like
something
that.
happened, blah, blah, blah. You pull up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They say that
it's
they're
not-
about to make a code name that people about to start having. They say within the next 5 years, they say we're going to be having code names to give our loved ones and family members, piggybacking off of my boy Rum. They're going to have stuff in place so that you will know this is the person. Because the AI, they done created these scams, these different, ethnicities or whatever in other countries. They be scamming, and they can have people call you with they can have you call other people with your voice and ask for information on you, and people will give it up. Or it's like little scams like that where
Yeah, that's how
you're
they
gonna
be
hear
getting
my
people.
same voice and lingo and everything.
Yeah, that's how they be getting the older people. There's a show called Download.
That's how they get the older people.
Yeah, there's an actual show called Download right now that's out. I think it's like season 2.
Yeah.
The actual thing that you're talking about, that
Wow.
when you pass, right, or whatever you pass, you download yourself into a subscription that somebody pays for, and you're always going to be alive on some virtual shit. You
Yeah.
understand? But the way he died was the car it killed him, and then
Dang.
it was a whole setup. But at the end of the day, they're living off being downloaded on the internet and AI. So your family get the price, and they get to watch you. Like they could press a button, like boom, and then you pop up, and now you're there in front of them. But this is a
Wow.
subscription. So imagine it goes to that point. So now you get mad people paying for shit that's not real. Like you imagine how much money.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you could charge somebody, let's just say,
and that shit
10,000 for your family member to live with you forever. You know how many people would do that has the means to do that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Now, if you don't have the means, you don't have the means. But they are looking for the people that have the means. That's where this is aimed for. They're looking for the money.
Scary.
My nigga, look, I gotta say this. You know me, cause like I'm just saying, real nigga shit. Like I'm just saying, that shit is crazy to me. Like, cause that's just false. Like it's just false. So you selling this is where life is coming to.
You selling
like,
people like
you
that.
feeling you selling people like that, but you can't do. Only God can do that. Like you dig what I'm saying? This is only God can do that type of shit. Like only God can do that. So basically, the powers that be are trying to sell immortality.
Yeah.
They're trying to sell immortality through AI.
And that's the goal. I feel like that's what the ultimate goal
like,
is.
this is what they fucking trying to do. And I'm like, I can't.
It's insane, bro.
It's insane. My nigga, like you cannot create what my creator did. Like there's no way you can do it. Now you can try to copy it if you want to. You could try to copy it, and that's cool. Knock yourself out. But nobody should worship it. You can have fun with it. But right now, what people are trying to do, they're trying to fucking live forever. And they living through these fucking Sims, through everything that we just talked about. I'm not going to get like, you know what I'm saying? Because I keep it funky. Because I'm just saying, let's talk about it, my nigga. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm right. But if you look at the shit that's actually going on fucking around you, cuz, yeah, I should stop cursing. But I'm just saying, if you realize,
it's crazy though, man.
If you pay attention to all of the things that's happening around you that don't make no sense, or if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck.
We're gonna follow the duck.
That's it.
Real situation, the way he just said it, I don't even know he meant to say that, but like Sims, if you take it back to those video games, those were the first things that allowed people to create.
That was the first.
Their
That
own
was that
reality,
one.
create
The
their own
Sims.
music, create their own thing.
Sim
And
simulation.
there were people going home just to play Sims because that's where they felt most comfortable.
Instead of living life.
I grew up. I remember them sim heads. Yeah, real sim heads, like people who really like work the whole job and come home and work and live a double life on Sim.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That's
I
the
was a
whole
kid
thing.
when those came out.
Yeah, listen, you was a kid, and I was watching my kids. You feel
Yeah,
me?
see?
So like, nah, you already know, Perk. You already know. So
Already.
listen, man. I feel like this is like I had one point that I want to make that this nigga Rum said earlier in terms of AI. This is the last point I want to make. You remember back in the days, right? Used to be an elevator operator. You feel me? It used to be a dude. You couldn't press no buttons. You couldn't press no buttons or nothing. You had to get on there. It was a dude that used to sit there, and he had
Wow.
to. He'll ask you, where do you need to go? And then he would, and he'll take you. That was manpower. Fast forward, ain't no nigga in the elevator. Or you go, or now you get on and you press a button.
Shit, some elevators you can say what floor you going to.
Some elevators you get on, you just talk.
6 floors.
That's crazy. Voice
you feel me?
activation.
I had to say that. Now, Cuz really brought that shit to my attention. Because I had wrote it down. I had to make sure I said that. So that's how far back AI. That's the point to this episode. You feel me? Mute Button Network. You feel me? I'm just saying, let's talk about it. You feel me?
Big facts.
And my homie Trell, aka Danny K, aka he'll knock the shit out of somebody.
Hey man, look. Hey, thank y'all for having me, man. Thank you for having me, bro. It's a pleasure, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm always here anytime I'm needed, man. And yeah, this was a good one right here.
My brother. And also shout out to my homie, my brother right here, Rum. You feel me?
Boy,
Green
Rum.
Street Gang. You know
what I'm
saying? All you want on TV, man. The AI shit is crazy, bro. That's
it's wild.
It's
wild.
endless. There's no way to actually define what could happen. Just keep your
Ultimately, I feel like the best way we could like prepare throughout our lives is to stay somewhat detached. You know what I'm saying? Like, know how to grow some food. Go outside. Like, put your phone down sometimes. Like, that's go experience a good day.
That's a fact.
That's a
fact.
Like
you got to be somewhat dependent on. You got to be somewhat non-dependent on that stuff because, like I said, once they get you independent on it to a certain level, mentally, man, people won't know how to function without it. And what happens if we go on a blackout and we ain't got electricity for 30 days? A lot of people not gonna survive.
Say that. Hey, my brothers, we about to turn back up. So listen, I want to let everybody know. I appreciate y'all. You fucking with my channel, man. Broken Mute Button Network, man.
That right.
I like it for you. I'm just saying, let's talk about it. Green Street, Purple Gang. We out here, nigga.
Easy, man. You already know.